wonderful to see everyone. I know a lot of us are familiar with one another. Some new people that joined the chat. It's gonna be Fed and Courtney. Okay, so I know it's y'all first time, but just be open with what's to come. Okay, make sure you got your notebooks, pen and paper, and yeah, so I'll go ahead and kick it off. So this is Leadership Troubleshooting Live. And I already said thanks for the new people joining us. But so each month we tackle a different leadership challenge, have real conversations, and leave with practical actions that we can apply immediately. And tonight we're going to be talking about building relationships. But before we get to that, you know what we do? We got to talk about those goals that we set in the month of July. What occurred from those? I can go ahead and start. So I know I set for us to go on a trip, wifey. We did that just now. And then I said I was going to go to the seminar, and I did that. And then the last thing was getting more people to be in the group. And it looked like, look at God. It looked like new people in the group. So, so now I want to turn it over to someone else that set some goals. Who wants to start? Oh, y'all quiet now. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
I'll go.
Okay, there we go.
So my goal was to make more time for myself instead of having so much of work focus for the month of July. I'm happy to report that I actually did that. Um, so I did a lot of stuff that I wanted to do for myself. And I didn't let work consume me for the whole month. And just I'm happy that I was able to do that, and I can see that you can it's not unrealistic to think that you can have both. Be able to do work but still make time for yourself. So I was able to achieve that for the month of July.
Okay. Good, good. Celebrate that. Good stuff.
Okay, I guess I'll go next.
Y'all be fighting back and forth to figure it out. Go ahead.
I was definitely gold with delegating. I was struggling with that at work. So I definitely hit the mark. I took some leave. I delegated, gave it to I signed at Alpo. So she was doing pretty good this last month. Oh, since we last spoke, I've been doing really good. I've been more at peace, thankfully to you guys. I'm also been working on my leadership skills. So my goal was to actually read a book. I haven't finished it completely, but I'm more than halfway there.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. See it. Let's go.
So I guess that leaves me. Well, I originally started off with just a goal of delegating with purpose. I've been doing that a lot more this month, so I kind of taking a step back and just kind of let my chiefs run the department instead of just kind of having my hands involved in everything. So that's freed up a lot more time for me to tackle some other goals. And then, as you know, I dropped in the chat that I've registered for my EQ facilitator course in January. My EQ brain profiler course starting next month, and then also another course as well for EQ. So finally able to kind of get back into my EQ bag. So I'll definitely have something ready for y'all next month.
Let's
So
go. Okay. Good. And then there was one.
Well, my goals was family. So I got to spend my time with my family. So I was gone. And then what was the name?
Yeah, what was?
I don't know. But I started my course when I got back, and it's been really good. It's been going good. It's a little challenging. I think taking the course is gonna give me a good perspective on how I want to move forward with like my job and where I want to go doing the community stuff. So I'm excited about like what's gonna happen with that and what doors it's gonna open. So yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Well, good. So good job on everyone not only going towards the goals that you set, but helping each other as we went through the month. Because I know a lot of us connected with each other and communicating and saying, "Hey, what do I do to help?" We push each other and just acknowledge the growth and distance from where we started to where we are now. So keep doing that because that's only going to make us better as a whole. Uh, obviously, I'll still turn it over. Did you set anything that you were focused on last month? Don't gotta have anything to do with this.
Oh yeah, for sure. I always got goals. One for
Okay.
me, most current one for me was just handling situations tactfully, um, and limiting the emotion in how I handle conflict at work and situations. Just mainly because of how I view leadership. Um, I don't believe in, just because a certain style of leadership I came up under is what's for me. So I definitely like to, try to be the difference in that. But so like mine, the way I handled it was, kind of had of a situation where, we were on a Teams call, and my way of just handling it tactfully, I just hung up. So that may sound irrational to some, but for me, I my next move was to crash out, and to prevent that, I like to at least draw back and collect my thoughts. And hanging up the call was, I ended the call, but I, in a sense, hung up the call.
Okay.
I just kind of ended it shorter than what it was supposed to intended upon being. So, but then I reached out to my people and further spoke to them. So
So it sounds like you've been leaning more towards of what type of leader that you want to be. How can you be more tactful? And you've been putting some of those things in play while you're trying to consistently get better at that. That sound right?
absolutely, and just ultimately,
Okay.
just continue to learn myself. Uh, I love leadership, and I love pretty much every aspect about it, even the parts that are the worst parts, because I think it's important to learn about yourself. you know,
You're in
obviously,
good company. You're in good
Ger-
company.
that Johari window kind of thing, So
Yes, yes. Okay. Good, good, good. Courtney, you got anything? She like, nah.
Um, Obviously I've been on leave for
Yeah.
like 3 months now, so but I will say I have been trying to just get myself back prepared. As far as like leadership wise, like some of you know me, some of you don't, but like I don't like too many people telling me to do anything, have to do anything. Like I try to stay ahead of things a lot. So although I've been on leave, I've been trying to make sure that I'm not behind on anything. I still check my email. I just got enrolled in the ALDC course that I've been trying to get enrolled in for a year now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, look, I will get the virtual option. Please just enroll me right now. So I take that course August 17th. Um, and then setting my like PHA appointments because I know the PRT is about to roll back around. So just that was my plan, and still is my plan. Just I know I'm going back to work soon, September 1st to be exact.
Ooh,
So just catching up on things, making sure when I get back, it's not nobody telling me, "Oh, you need to do, you need to do." Already done, already done.
okay. I'm good. All right. Now that everyone has shared, it's usually me that's facilitating this, but with new goals being worked on, Dez is actually going to lead this facilitation, and then I'm gonna be there to support her as she goes. So over to you.
Well, this was a one of the challenges that I got, is to learn how to facilitate. Was not a goal that I thought I had, but I said I'd take a stab on it. So bear with me. What's facilitate to be exact? Facilitate is kind of like moderate the call, kind of push the conversation, things like that. Okay. Ask questions for perspective.
It's like leading a conversation rather than you telling someone that, hey, this is what it is or presenting. It's more of having an open forum, but you still need someone to guide that conversation along and ask certain questions or
Gotcha.
see those areas that could be an opportunity. If that makes sense?
Mm.
Okay.
So tonight our topic is like Brandon said.
There we go.
That's the only one I can get out tonight. Is we're gonna be talking about building relationships. And I know that kind of seems like why that topic. And we did a little bit of research, so I'm gonna just open up with a quote or a statistic for you guys, to kind of have perspective on how important relationships are. Um, and of course, helping us achieve what we ultimately want as our goals and our plans for our lives and things like that. So research shows that relationships and social accountability increases your chances of reaching your goals from 65 to 95%. So just based off of people's proximity to you, relationships and things that you are building on, you're more likely to achieve the things that you're setting out to do with relationships.
Write it down.
So keep that in mind. And then I wanted to open up with a quote. It might sting because it stung me when I first heard it, but I feel like it's really important in driving this conversation today, and is show me your relationships and I'll show you the direction of your life.
Let that sit. Let that sizzle a little bit. Could you repeat it for us one more time, a little bit slower?
So the quote is, show me your relationships and I'll show you the direction of your life.
Put that one
I
on
know when I first heard it, I was like, ugh, well.
Did somebody drop that last week in the chat? Or maybe I thought I
you
recently
must have
heard
been
that.
feeling it was coming. That's probably
That's what it was.
You just felt it.
So as always, we're gonna start off with an exercise, and hopefully everybody got a piece of paper and a pen. And the first exercise we're gonna do is, without overthinking this, I need you to write down 5 people you spend the most time with. 5 people.
Are they using their kids? Can't use kids, right?
Say that one more time. 5 people.
You spend the most time with.
That's not kids.
That's not kids.
Yeah,
That's not recruiters.
No.
5 people you spend the most time with.
When you're talking about the people at work, not the people that you have to, just you spend your time
in
with.
general, just
in
very
general,
general. 5 people.
Does it mean physically or just only?
Look, good question. That can be people you talk to from across the way, but who you spend the majority of your time with. It's not going to be people that you work with unless it's people that you spend time with that's at work, but you spend time with them personally, even though they work with you. Does that make sense? But it ain't people that you have to be around because
Like
that
my
wouldn't.
kids.
Your kids you have to be around because they're yours.
Shit, no, you don't.
Okay, deadbeat.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
All right, and then I'll give you guys.
We can do that in about two more minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
Oh, you already got it. Let me see what you got.
I don't have 5 people.
You gotta find 5. You can't find another one? Oof. Okay. Hmm.
All right, everybody can give the thumbs up when they do.
Everyone? Okay.
All right. So I'm going to leave you with another quote. All right. This is by Jim Rowans, and it says, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Ugh.
Anybody want to take a stab at what that means?
Like birds of a feather flock together.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in simple terms, you are the company you keep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Said leadership man, what you think?
I believe there are pieces of each one of these people that you gravitate to that could be something that where you feel like you are missing. They have that piece.
Okay. And Courtney, what you think? No, she don't be talking to nobody. She like, no.
I think that means you directly affect people the same way they directly affect you.
Okay.
That's good.
So the people we consistently invest our time with help shape the people we're becoming, right? So think about the goals, previous things that we've talked about, the people that we are directly surrounding ourselves with, um, naturally are going to shape if we're going to move forward to what we're saying we would like to achieve, our goals, dreams, things like that. All right. This raises an important question. If relationships are shaping who we're becoming, are we intentional about them? So thinking about the 5 people, are you intentionally placing yourself around these people? Or is it just by design because of your interactions of, where you are in life, past stuff and things like that?
Are we answering?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you
Oh,
intentional about them or is just by
for sure.
happenstance? These
I
are the people that
definitely
I'm by.
believe that it's definitely intentional because I intentionally not call them or speak to them. So I think that the intention is for sure there.
I think it's a little bit. I think it's a little bit of both. For me, um, I think some is just circumstantial, and then some are intentional. Um, yeah.
Anybody else?
Okay.
Well, mine are intentional for sure. I think mine just shows that what I always bring up and is spending time with my family. And I think it shows how they've shaped me, and family matters to me because that's my top 5 is all family.
Okay. So when I did this exercise on myself, when I listed out my 5, um, a lot of it was very not intentional relationships. Um, when I did it, and it was more so most of the people that are gaining a lot of my time and a lot of my energy are people that I'm required to talk to. It's not necessarily a want, but there's a transaction that needs to happen between me and those people. When I just did it subconsciously. So I was thinking like, okay, so if these are the people that I have to be surrounded by every day, am I gaining something from it, or am I just talking to this person for the sake of talking to him? Like Cedric said, like through the nature of the relationship, like I have to be around this person, so I might as well just talk to him. So that's what I got when I did it. But I love everybody feedback on that portion, which is going to transition us into healthy relationships don't happen by accident. They're built through intentional investment. And for those of you who didn't miss the last one that we had, can anybody tell me what the acronym TIER stands for?
See if they were paying attention last time. Don't be looking confused over there.
Like TEAR?
Yes.
TEA.
TEAR.
T looking lost.
Mine's in my other notebook.
Oh, that's in the.
I got a new notebook today.
Time, energy.
Okay. Oh, we got somebody.
It was time, energy, alignment, right?
Someone help her out.
No? Align? No?
You was almost there.
I don't remember.
Time, energy. What was the A?
Alignment.
Attention.
Is that what you said?
Attention. And then what was the R?
Resources.
Resources.
So when we're thinking about relationships,
Y'all write that
tears is a
down.
good-
The new people, y'all get that?
Yes.
Tears.
tears is a good way to kind of evaluate yourself to feel like if this is a relationship, is it worth giving me my time, my energy, my attention, and resources? Right? Time is something that everybody feels like there's an unlimited amount of time, but we don't have a lot of time, right? Energy, that can affect your day, good or bad energy. Your attention, having certain relationships can take your attention off your goals, what you have to do, all those kind of things, and resources, right? So just think about that when you're thinking about investing intentionally in relationships.
And for if I can just jump in real quick,
Mhm.
and for Fed and Courtney, the reason why we came up with tiers because we were talking about priorities and where you want to focus your energy. And that tier is okay, am I investing into these goals, this dream? So my time, my energy, my attention, my resources, am I actually pulling all that towards where I want to go? Or am I just investing in things and not really paying attention if it's going to give me a return on my investment? So that's where that came from. And that also can be applied to the relationships and where you spend that time at. Back over to you, Des.
All right. So, I have a question that I want you guys to write down and answer, and that is, who is the person, uh, I want, who the person I want to become is someone who is blank, and then write down who is the person that you want to become.
Say that one more time.
The person I want to become is someone who is blank.
And I want you to think of the grand scheme of things, who you want to become. Say it like shit. I don't know who I want to become. I'm trying to figure it out.
Nah, I mean, it's for me, you know.
You said it's easy for you?
I mean, for me, it's what I say every morning when I pray. You know, I just want to be whoever the man God wants me to be. You know, and I feel like that's a journey. It's not very specific, so it's kind of. I mean, maybe the question is asking for something specific, but
So I would say I love your answer.
it's kind of hard for me to say directly because.
So I would want to invite you on like the man that God want me to be, right? And then with that, it's open, right?
Sure.
And you miss every target that you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you're here today. Maybe God led you here, and getting the specifics on what would that look like in the future if you could be completely proud of yourself, you feel fulfilled, and you say, "Damn, now I feel absolutely like the man that God wanted me to be." What would that look like? How would that person walk? How would that person talk? What are they achieving? What are they doing? Those are the type of things to think towards of, okay, where am I currently at? Do I feel good about that? And if I don't, where is the gap? And aligning and figuring out what that could be. Just food for thought.
All right, everybody got that one written down?
Oh, damn. Don't. You can't be reading my answers. What you doing, girl? I did have some
All
good
right.
stuff.
My next question I have for you is, which relationships are helping me become the person that I want to be?
Ooh.
Everybody got that one? All right. And another question I want you guys to think about is, what's one relationship I want to become more intentional about over the next 30 days and why?
Yes, Ed, we got you. Could you say the question again? One of the participants didn't get it.
What's one relationship I want to become more intentional about over the next 30 days and why?
Hmm? Well, you wouldn't believe mine. Right. You didn't say your reason. Oh, what's your why?
Just give a thumbs up when you're ready. I see 2 thumbs.
Look like they cooking.
Huh?
They cooking over here. Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. Ain't no answers up there. And Courtney look like he ready to share. I like that. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Got the north south going on. I
I
love
ain't been at work in a long time, ready to talk.
it. I love it. I
All
love it.
right. So I see we have our first person who would like to share. This is a safe space.
Yes,
Okay. We doing one question at a time or all three at one time?
she ready.
We'll take your lead.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
All right. And this is just how I interpreted your questions
Mhm.
too. Hopefully I interpreted it right. So your first one was, the person I want to become is someone who is, so to me, I just think about, my goals, my future. Ultimately, sum it up, one word is just successful. So I'm working really hard to, have the bank account to match like the lifestyle that I want to live. In case of any emergencies, I don't have to do anything super sudden. I have it, being responsible financially. Just because I come from a family where it's just not taught. So breaking generational curses, um, work, being that person that people can depend on, all those things equal one word to me is just successful. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. And then another thing to that, just have completed or tried at least at everything that I want to do in life, right? I might not do everything, but at least I tried at it. That's okay with me. Um, then it says, which relationships are helping me become the person I want to be? So for me, I would say a lot of like the people I work with. Like I know this is a different group, but a lot of my goals stem from work relationships, people that I look to as mentors. And I won't get too specific because some of the people are in this chat. But they just, help align me with things I'm already thinking, but it helps when other people can, guide you along. So I would definitely say a lot of work relationships help me with that. And then personal side too, again, I don't really I have a lot of people in my life, but not really, again, successful people. So those one or two people that are successful and on the same track as me, no, we're not doing the same thing. I'm really the only military person in my group, but they are climbing their ladder the same way I'm trying to climb my ladder. But that's, like I said, one or two people. So mostly it really is just the work people that I talk to, that I see as mentors. And then the last question is one relationship I want to become more intentional about. Again, just stemming back to work. Y'all know the environment that we're in. We always got new people coming, right? So specifically, we supposed to have new people coming. So I just want to be intentional again, just about being that leader for them. What I look for from my leadership, being dependable, helping them out in any way that I can, because I know how it feels like to, one, not have good leadership, and to two, feel like everything is on me. So I'm really trying to make sure that I don't let people around me, let alone people under me, feel that way. So I'm really going to be intentional about that when I get back.
I like it.
Yes, I love it.
Anybody else?
I can go.
That's what I'm talking about, Sid. Let's go.
I got a vision. So kind of to elaborate more on what I was saying, being a man that God wants me to be. And it's for me, it's kind of stems from a lot of things. But main point is, just a lack of example growing up, right? So I always pray to be the example, right? And I understand that can come with a lot of things. I always believe people I've learned, you know, whatever you pray for, right? Because people say, pray for signs and things of that nature, whatever the case may be, but you got to be ready for what that is, right? And that's one of the things that is important to me, because I believe being an example, just in a workspace, in my home, in my family. I come from a family where there wasn't a lot of generations that did a lot. There was a gap in between. Just a lot of things that was done in my family and family history. One of my great uncles, rest in peace. He marched with Martin Luther King Jr. Mind you, I'm for everybody. I'm from Alabama, so a lot of history there in my family. But so more or less being an example, and be someone of grace and kindness. I find myself reverting at times from those things just because of the environment sometimes, and just because I believe in having discernment and composure, and I believe those are two important things for a man, as you develop. Um, and then as far as a relationship that helped me become that, um, my uncle, he's a very godly man. He was in the Marines at one point. Um, I speak with him often. And a lot of it's real, raw, and to the point. But just speaking to him on a daily basis also helps me. It's also helped me since I've been in the Navy, in situations where things I didn't disagree. I mean, that I didn't agree with, as far as leadership and what I was seeing and things that I was experiencing, and just things that he taught me to help me through it. And just more, I want to be more intentional with that relationship, because I have learned a lot, and including my pastor. He also officiated, did my wedding as well. Uh, Two first men in my life that where I actually felt like I can trust. Like I said, I grew up with a single mom, so trusting was real hard for me. Um, Ever since day one, been in the Navy, even at boot camp, I ain't even set up a Navy Fed account because I ain't believe nothing nobody was telling me. So that's always been skeptical. It's just I never really got a lot of honesty in my life prior to really being around those men. And I learned a lot of trades from my uncle, literally plumbing, roofing, building fences. I've learned a lot of things prior to the Navy, and my pastor was one of the first few men in my life that I actually cried in front of. So for him, like for me, that was real big because I've just always been taught to be, tough. So like I said, kindness and having grace is important to me because at times it's hard to allow yourself to be not necessarily in someone's shoes, but to understand their point, and that's to understand it and not just want to hear, but understand it truly. So that's it for me.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yes. Yes.
Like I wasn't deep enough when I did it.
I know. I was like, hey, I gotta put the game up. Yes.
Yeah, I gotta step my game up. Anybody else want to share?
T, you got anything? Huh?
Yep. So I did put the person I want to become is someone who is resilient, confident, and someone who my daughter can look up to. So let's see. What was the very last thing you asked?
The last question or the second one?
The last.
What's one relationship I want to become more intentional about this month and why?
Yeah, so I put my mom in the next 30 days. Me and her actually been having a conversation about this for like the last 6 months, honestly, working on our relationship. That's why I'm really big on getting closer and doing things for my daughter and being the mom she can look back on and be really proud of, because I feel like me and my mom's history was pretty it started off pretty rocky. I feel like mainly everybody know my grandmother had like a big take in my childhood. So me and her, we've definitely been talking about it and trying to schedule times just to get together and just have conversations. And I want to actually intentionally set some time up to even just go over there, sit, talk, to like pretty much break those chains that's been holding us back. So I want to just be able to pour into her and give her the chance to pour into me. Hopefully positively.
Like,
Yep,
Yeah.
and that's
I guess I'll go next.
Oh, you gonna go next? All right.
Yeah. So the person I want to become is someone who is fulfilled. I picked that word because I feel when you look at the definition, it says satisfied or happy because of fully developing one's abilities or character. And I feel that definition is definitely ultimately at the end of the day, I just want to be happy. And the second question was which relationships are helping me become the person I want to be. And I feel like the circle that I do have is helping me become that person. I surround myself with people that do make me happy. And also they challenge me at the same time. So they're always encouraging me to do more, be better. They're the people that believe in me when I don't. So then what is one relationship I want to become more intentional about? I also said my mom. We have a good relationship, but growing up, it was one of those you don't really speak about it. And I feel like with me and her, we grew up together because she had me in high school. So I understand her more now, but I also feel like there's just that conversation that we never got the chance to have. And then we just like pushed away just because we are living good lives. We love spending time with each other. So it's like, why bring up the past? But I feel like it just needs to be open and addressed. And after that, I think our futures can be a little more aligned and we can share everything and anything. Because she's definitely not the person I go to share everything. My sister is, but I want her to be that person too. and I just don't think it's there yet until we open that door and we both have a good conversation. And I think it's just going to help us love each other more. So that's really what it's, yeah. So I wouldn't be fulfilled, and that's a relationship I don't feel fulfilled yet. So not yes. So that's what I want to work on.
Last but not least.
I feel like I didn't answer the first question about our circle, our top 5.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like mines are intentional. Honestly, it was kind of hard to come up with completely 5. But I do feel like I got at least a good 3. I threw in the next 2. I mean, an extra 2 just to top it off. But I still feel like they're pretty much still pretty intentional, not required. And I feel like I look to them as more like accountability partners. So I really appreciate them for that. Actually, I had said on one of mine. That's how you know he's definitely an accountability partner. He'll literally, ever since I went in the chat that day and I felt defeated, he literally would check in and make sure I said what I was gonna do. I was gonna actually do what I said I was gonna do, like literally every day. So kudos to say.
Well, I mean, I guess you stole my thunder, so I mean, so I'll just go ahead and knock out mine. But I put the person that I want to become is someone who is unshackled / free. What that looks like is someone who just goes after the things that he loves to do, just the things that he loves in general. And it's been a while since I've been that person. So that's who I want to become. And then I also put that T is helping me become what? Sorry, I was like, what is that? T is also helping me become that. With being like her accountability partner and just kind of like checking in and just like really looking at, like her goals in life and the things that she want to accomplish. It just kind of puts things in perspective, back in my life in regards to like, yeah, like I want to go and chase those things. So she's definitely helping me just as much as I'm helping her to become who I want to be. And then she's also one of the relationships that I want to be more intentional about. So, yeah.
Good stuff.
See, the group is working.
Okay, look at us. What we cooking?
All right. So I'm gonna go off script because it just popped in my brain.
Yeah.
How many people don't speak their goals to their core 5 or the people that they're immediately surrounding?
Ooh.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah.
I said, how many of us, and I said us, don't speak our goals out loud to the 5 people that we say we're intentional about?
I would say if I didn't, it's just because that's just not the conversations that we have. We should probably and I mean all of them. I probably say like 2 of the 5 we do, but the other 3 is not because I don't trust them or I feel like I can't. It's just we talk about other things. It's not about goals, which it should probably be, right? But
Yeah, I feel like with certain people, I talk about certain things with. Some might be more about work, or might be more about God, something, just different with each one.
like, do you share your goals with everybody?
No.
That is a great question.
My 5 feel like I do.
You do? You think so?
Yeah. Maybe not into the details, but my 5 know what's going on. Definitely, they know my plans, what I'm trying to do. We have conversations of that. There's just maybe I just don't go into like little details and stuff until something has been met, or I go to them when I want that, that sprinkle of belief, like you got it, So Leah. No, I do.
Anybody else got anything to add? Even though I went off script, when I thought about this question, I was thinking to myself, my circle. I know sometimes we don't feel like we can say our goals out loud because sometimes we might feel like people may not be as happy for us or help us achieve or chase after our goals. Some people might have ulterior motives, like they'll push you just enough and stop you because they don't want you to do something before them.
Mhm.
So that was something that I popped into my head about, when we talk about our goals and relationships and things like that, we do have to be mindful and intentional about those relationships. And sometimes we have to align ourselves with people that we see our potential selves in, which brings me back to a quote Brandon always says, and it stuck with me a lot, and I use it in a good or bad way, depending on the day. But a person can only take you as far as they've gone. So sometimes in relationships, we align ourselves with people who can only take us so far, and we're trying to get to another point.
Mm.
Um, so that's just something I wanted to drop that off script that popped up. So just put it in the back of your brain, and it does help me even at work. Sometimes we're looking at people in positions and things like that, and we're kind of have an expectation because they're there. But sometimes they can't lead you because they don't know where you're going, or they're at their capacity. Um,
And can I
and
add something to that?
yes.
It makes me think of another quote. And I learned it while when I was going through coaching. And one of the things that they said was stop looking for milk in a construction store. You're not going to find it. And sometimes we'll go looking for something inside of someone that's not there, but we will keep going there. So that quote resonates. Not looking for milk in a hardware store is because
Yes, we
you
can have one. Oh, I'm not muted. I'm so sorry.
yeah, we can see you. But yeah, is when you go back to those relationships that the people you spend your time around, sometimes we have told our goals to people thinking that we're going to receive the love and the encouragement back and I know Des is going to talk about it, but some people only want you to get so far because if you grow too much, you may grow outside of them. And now that seems like a threat. So always keep that in mind is, okay, if I'm going to have this conversation with someone or tell them whatever it is, am I going to the right person to get back what I'm looking for?
Hey, real quick. Listen, I graciously appreciate everyone on this call. Uh, I look forward to get on here again. I got to get on a DSPO call.
For sure.
So I appreciate y'all. Like I said, I've already learned a lot. I enjoy this type of stuff. I appreciate you, Des, for letting me know because I've been missing out what it seems like. But like I said, the next call I'll definitely be on.
We can add you to the chat, man. We
Gonna
can add
add
you
you
to
to
the
the
chat.
chat.
Outstanding.
We got a group chat.
Outstanding. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey,
All right.
appreciate
Have
you.
fun on your call.
Will do.
All right, big dog.
Um, yeah, back to what um I can't, it's hard to say Brandon. I'm struggling with that. I'm gonna get it though. I'm gonna get it. Um, yeah, just being mindful who we pour our goals, our dreams, our visions into. Because sometimes they might stifle you.
Hmm.
But also be open-minded to look at other people outside of your circle who can still help you achieve your goals as well. So we're gonna transition. So most of us know the kind of person we want to become, right? So my question is, so why don't more people become that person?
Think about it before y'all answer. Think about it.
I'll just say outside things like things always happen outside of your control, right? So you kind of just gotta like handle things as they come, and then it's like, okay, this is just delay, and this is just delay, and until you're like so much further from your goal, or not move towards your goal at all. I would say that it's like as soon as you, or I can only speak for myself, it's like I'll set a goal and be like, all right, I give myself 6 months, for example, and then it's like after month one, it's something that's now it's like, okay, now I need it to be 12 months. Okay, well now I need it to be, and now I haven't even started because of some outside thing that I was not even expecting. So I would say that matters or comes into play.
Would you say that's
Sidetrack.
more like environment habits? Would you align that like in in those type of categories?
Mm, I guess. I mean, it just depends on what goal you're talking about. Like, it's different goals that we all are achieving, right? Like for me, being an officer is a goal, right? But to put in my officer package to be competitive, at least I need to do these HR courses. And then at the time when I was ready to take them, on Navy Cool, turns out that um, only NCs get to do the course for free. I would have had to pay $600 per course, and it's 3 courses. So then it was like, okay, well, I got two options: pay for them out of pocket, or hopefully pray that I become an NC. So it was like, NC was not something at the time. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pay. And then when I was ready to pay, or something else needed to be paid, it just things like that that happens. That's like something that is something I want to do within 6 months turns into 12 because of something else, and then 18 because of something else. So that's what I mean.
Okay.
Just unforeseen things, like just for some reason just comes up out of nowhere as soon as you get on track or you feel like I am ready to do something. For me, that's what happens sometimes.
I promise you this. We got something for you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Anybody else would like to share? Why haven't you become that person that you said you wanted to be?
See about to say something. I see it.
Some people don't have the time, energy, attention, or the resources.
That was a good one.
I was gonna keep it simple. I was gonna go back to I want to say it was 2 calls ago when we were talking about reshaping the mind, and I was gonna say our mindset because I can tell you right now that's one of the biggest things that's kept me from becoming who I want to become. Is my mindset and telling myself it's okay to be that, and you don't have to be scared to be that. So I would say mindset.
I would say time too, like thinking you just got so much of it. Like you really don't. Or if you do, Lord forbid, I hope I got a lot of time. But it's just being realistic about it, setting realistic goals that and being strict about it, not like I just said, okay, well 6 more months or 6 more months, because then it's just never gonna happen. So I would definitely say time management.
Okay. Or could I give you something else to kind of give a different perspective?
What's
Could
that,
it be
Dad?
that one of the, huh?
What's that, Dad? What you
I
mean?
said, could I give you like another thing to think about?
Yes.
Because we're talking about time, mindset. Those are definitely things that definitely do get in the way, of us doing a lot of the goals and stuff we want to achieve. Um, but it also could be the people we surround ourselves with, that are reinforcing who we've been instead of who we're trying to become.
Mm. Say it one more time for the people in the back.
So, um, that's why I posed the question a couple minutes ago is like, well, are you sharing your dreams and your goals with the people around you? Because if they don't know what you're trying to go after, then who do you have pushing you forward to go towards your goals, your visions, the things that you said that you want to become, that you want to do, and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys receive that?
I've just always been a person that just has the foot on my own neck. Like I love, don't get me wrong, I love motivation and that guidance and leadership from other people, but I've always been my biggest cheerleader. I've always been like the person pushing me, and I've always used other people as like the check, I guess. Like, hey, did you do? Actually, yes, I did do because I made sure I did it. But thank you for making sure I did it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the way you said it too is what would help, I guess, take a lot of pressure off too, because it's like someone else is rooting for me, but I'm used to me rooting for me.
Mm. And Dad, do you still got that quote we talked about earlier about willpower? I think that'll be a good
No,
series.
you already know where I was going.
Oh, you was going? Oh,
I was on my way there.
my bad. My
Um,
bad.
uh, well, me and Brandon, we were talking earlier about this and trying to figure out, ways to kind of loop in relationships and showing the importance of the people that we surround ourselves with for us to achieve the things that we want is relationships hold some sense of accountability for the things that we say we want. And what we came up with or what we've discovered is knowing someone else cares or is watching keeps motivation active when personal willpower drops off, meaning you might not feel like it today, right? And a lot of us have those days and those moments where we're just like, I'm drained, I don't have the energy, I don't have the mental capacity. But having that person or those friendships or relationships, having that person be like, hey, just do 5 more minutes, do 10. All right, let's see what we can just knock out. Having that person that's gonna give you that energy, to keep you going, to keep you pushing you to work what you said you wanted to do. And I know sometimes it could be uncomfortable because you just like, ugh. But having those relationships, a lot of times those people want to see you win more than you do.
Mm.
Because when you reach the goal, like they're gonna be cheering just as loud as if it's theirs. And this group is like a definite reflection of that, where small things are big things to us because it's a step in something, it's a step forward and something that you said you wanted to do. Like, and it could be something small as, you know what, I woke up and I just had a good day. I didn't cuss nobody out. It was just a normal day. That's a win. So I wanted to put that there and pause. Did anybody got anything they want to add?
I feel like I'm talking too much, so I'm gonna be quiet.
No.
No, we love it. Hey, that means you engaged.
But no, I really do love this group, and I'm really salty actually because he said 2 calls ago, and this is my first call, but I'm gonna let that go. But I like stuff like this because you really do need those type of people around you. Like I feel like every time I meet someone that does the accountability piece, and it's very rare, it's not that often. I'm glad I came to this place and met these people because it's scarce. It really is for the environment that we are in. But I definitely agree with that, and I probably would have a lot more done and be a lot more further towards my goal had I had a group like this. So I love this. This is really good, actually.
Yes, and I do want to add something. I got to put you on the spot. But wifey was like, "Y'all ain't about to ask about them goals in the beginning, right? Or what we were supposed to do." And I was like, "Yeah, we got to ask about that." She like, "Ah, all right, let me. What was I supposed to?" But that's that good acknowledgement that hey, people are responsible for you. They're like your goals are also their goals. They want to see you win. So when you come up short and don't have anything, it's gonna be with love, but it also gonna be those challenging questions of what got in the way. Because we moving up, and I know that you probably gonna say it later, but when it comes to you become the average of the people you spend the most time with, I want to spend time with y'all. So how do we get the average up? Is that each of us do a little bit more towards our goals and we just slowly start to climb. So I think Courtney said something about finances. So it's like, oh, you moving up in your finances, we're moving up in our finances, we're going after our goals, we're knocking things out, and now the averages go up. We're stronger, better. We're what we say we actually commit to and we do it. And you have to be around the right people for that to happen. And everyone is have to be moving towards a direction. So you're way better than where you were before. I was just telling Daz today, I said a lot of things that I did recently was because we had a conversation about it, and I knew y'all was gonna ask me, "Hey, did you do that?" Or whatever the case. So if we didn't have the call, it would have never happened. And so we get further faster together.
I agree. So I do have a question,
Oh,
another one. This is
get
it's gonna
ready.
take us this way. Um, everybody familiar with sports?
I don't really know sports like that, but you can tell me about it.
Um, and I was trying to figure out how to put this in here, and it literally just hit me like 2 minutes ago. Um, if you had your draft pick of people, right, to pick in your friendship group, out of all the 5 people that you wrote, would your draft pick still be the same, or would you do it differently?
Mm.
All right, one more time.
I said, so if you had a draft pick, right, and you could pick 5 people to help you in this thing of life, pushing you, motivating you to achieve your goals, to be the best version of yourself, to becoming the person that you would want to become,
Mm.
would you draft the same people or would you choose differently?
Mm. It's a good one.
And this is you basically like getting their stats, like, hey, this person comes with this, they have this, da 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 da. Da. Would you draft the same way, or would would how would I say this? How you invest in that relationship, would it be different knowing what you know? And if you could choose.
Yeah, T definitely picking a lot of different people. She like, yeah, I'm good. No, we're in the
Yeah,
deal.
most of them.
But I think that's also something that we have to empower ourselves to do is to treat relationships like that. Like you have a say so of who you let in
Mm.
and being intentional about those relationships because sometimes a relationship you're not gaining anything from that, but they're soaking so much out of you and it could be taking you away from your purpose. It could be taking you from your goals,
Mm.
all of that. And that's something that I had to learn. Um I didn't cut the relationship off because that's still my friend. Um, but I put a boundary up and I had to realign myself to understand they didn't want to see me win how I wanted to win. So it's not that we're not friends, but I'm a as I the analogy is I put them on the bench because they can't be in my starting five.
Mm.
I also had to around a year ago I had to cut a friend off. Mainly because I mean on top of some other stuff, but mainly because I felt like, some people want to see you do good, but they don't want to see you do better than them. So they'll whisper these things in your ear like, you don't need that. I
Yeah.
just felt it. So
Mm.
I 100% agree with you.
I would say too is like if I keep my current starting five, do I invest the energy to bring them where I am, right? Because the average would be super low. Or do I, because I care about them too, right? Like it's not like I don't care about them, but I know we're not all on the same page because our relationships are for different reasons. Or do I get new starting five to help me go even further? Ooh.
And those are definitely questions we have to pose to ourselves when we're assessing our relationships. Um, and I think some people look at it as being selfish, as well, I don't want to do this to that person because of this, but you only get your life to live, and you have to be selfish about that. And a lot of times people are going to be selfish too. They're going to have their reasons. So it's okay to be selfish and wanting a select group of people to get you where you're trying to go. And if that's your, your friend and y'all have that relationship, they're gonna understand that. Because at a minimum, they still want to see you win. They just might not be the person to help you get there.
Yeah. And then they say that you don't want to be the biggest fish in the pond, right? Because I love what you said, Courtney. I'm like, oh, damn, well, I need to put in the energy to get them where I am. If you are the biggest fish, then you need to find a bigger pond and you become the small fish again because you're not going to grow anymore. So you need to be where you're uncomfortable. So when Des and I did this, and I was thinking, okay, what are some things that I want to do? And obviously, coaching, being able to be a better speaker. So I'm thinking, okay, if I'm going to do a draft pick, who do I need to be around? Who do I need to find? I need to find people that's already on stage. That's going to make me uncomfortable because they'll probably be the type that say, hey, I'll open you up a slot and you can speak to my people, right? I'm not going to find that in a group that don't have that in it. So I'll have to go search that out. Or with Sid, if it's want to create that food truck, there you go. Talk about it, Des. If we want to create that food truck, I need to go find people that's already in the business doing it, that's already successful doing it. So when you're thinking about that draft pick, some of the people that we pick may be people that we like, that we feel connected to, but we know good and well they will not help us get to where we want to go. Mm-hmm. Not for the life that we want. We know that they're not the fit for that. Nothing against, so you still can be cool with them, but you just know for me to go here, I'm gonna have to find some different type of people.
That was
See it, talk to me. See it. Look back at that list a few times. See it. What's on your mind?
Imagine paying attention to me looking at my notebook.
I'm watching. I'm watching everybody.
I mean, I'm listening. I mean, it's one of those things where, like I said in the beginning, like when it came to my list, like, yeah, there were people on that list that I had to talk to just out of circumstance. And then obviously there are, people on that list who were helping me, get to where I want. But I think the hard part is knowing that the starting five that you have and the role that each of those people play, and then figuring out how to distance those that's on that list that really doesn't provide you any substance to get to where your goals are, and replacing them with people who do. Like it's easier said than done. So I guess in my mind the whole time, like while I'm listening and taking everything in, I'm just trying to figure out what that looks like for me, and then what does that starting five actually mean to me? Because to me, those are going to be people that I want to keep with me longevity. Like I just don't want to have a name just because of like, oh yeah, like they cool vibes. Like, I mean, three of which are on here because, yeah, like I see them playing a role in me achieving one of my lifelong goals, or if not many. So yeah, I'm just in thought right now. So yeah.
So Sid, if you were gonna tell someone how they could switch out these people and get these rugger bugs out of here and get some strong people to switch out for your starting five, what would you tell them? What would be the advice that you would give them?
Honestly, just based on, like, I'll just kind of go off of my starting five, and just kind of like the two that I need to kind of distance from my list. I don't think it's more or less something in my mind. It's easier said than done, but now that I'm thinking about it, you don't have to cut that individual off. You just need to redirect who plays a role in you achieving the goals that you want to achieve in life. They can still be in your life. You can still talk to them, and have whatever relationship you want to. They just can't be a part of you achieving the goals that you want to achieve. So I think once you separate the two, then I think you'll find out that it'll be a lot easier, because I think we automatically just kind of assume like I just got to cut that person off. That's it. But that's not really what you're doing. You're just shifting who that circle is and what you share with that circle while still maintaining that relationship with that person. They may benefit you in another way, just not in the way that you need them to. So
That's some really great advice. I like that.
Yeah,
Good to
I
hear.
definitely like that.
I want
That was
everyone to write this one word real quick. Just one word. Access.
What's the word?
access.
Access. That's the big thing when it comes to relationships, is access. So that's what came to my mind when Sid was saying we just got to be intentional about who we let in our space. And that goes back to what Des said too, is about access.
Which is gonna lead me to a thought-provoking question.
Okay.
And the question I'm gonna pose to you guys is, have you ever been around a person who made you want to be better? Like a person that you was like, yeah, like I gotta keep going. They not gonna accept me just showing up and not having what I said I was gonna have done. Like you're just like motivated with this person. Has everybody been in a space with that type of person?
This group.
Yeah, for sure. This group. I feel like it's always, or it should always be, someone in your work environment that you want to be like, as well as helping you become it. Um, so me personally, I've always had at least one person, and they've always been about work wise 2 pay grades above me, but are still, a good person, a down to earth person, a leader, and really wants and wishes me well. So I think that's very important. But yeah, I would say yes.
Or
You got to
definitely.
have a mentor. You got to have somebody that you look up to help you, just know that that is something I can achieve because they've done it. And hopefully you think you could do anything too.
Mm.
I felt I struggled with that coming to Intag Atlanta. I think that was a big problem in my life coming here, trying to get adjusted. I'm not even sure if I could just blame the Intag. I feel like it was myself. I stayed in this bubble. And I think I was like, antisocial. I didn't want to go searching for a mentor. I felt like it wasn't really welcoming here. So I kind of just stayed in my box. And that's something I need to work on, getting out that box. Pretty much like y'all said, get uncomfortable.
I don't think it's everywhere though. Like it's not people jumping out at you to say, "Hey, it's collateral." Like it is. When I joined and I got to my first command, it was someone's collateral duty to be my mentor. Not that they wanted to. I had to go search them, a complete stranger, and say, "Hey, can you be my mentor?" It's not people that really just like takes you under their wing to say, "I care about your career. I care about your goals and this, that, and the third." Is not. So I agree with you on that. Like I feel like I stay in a little bubble. I feel like the more I pick up rank, I got more to say because I'm supposed to. You're looked at as a leadership role. Um, but I don't think it is a lot of people that are trying to be your mentor. And that's why I pride myself. I don't know if somebody's gonna ask me to be their mentor, but I make sure I take care of people in that way regardless because I don't feel like I had a lot of that coming up and I don't want again people under me feeling that way.
Then you can't just have everybody be your mentor. And so I feel like some people, they'll become your mentor, like she said, because they're told to be your mentor or sponsor or something like that. But some people really don't have the time to actually pour into their mentees like they should. So
Funny story. My mentor was assigned to me.
See?
but
It
I
worked
don't believe.
out.
It was before we we had the greatest person ever come to our division. It was before that one. It was actually my first time in recruiting. They assigned her to me. And till this day, she's still my mentor. She's retired. But somebody saw something in me and said, you and her need to align. And I did not meet her. I didn't know her. I didn't even know her name. She showed up and she took me to lunch. That was like the first time me and her ever met. But that was a relationship that somebody else fostered. And that if someone from the outside hadn't saw that and brought us together, it would have never happened. And I still talk to that chief. He's retired, but I still talk to him to this day too. So I thought that was neat about mentorship. But on the flip side of, having someone who's motivating you and things like that, have you ever met a person who made you feel small?
Ooh. Oh, hit the heart.
Is that a trick question?
It's just a question.
Yeah, I was ready, weren't you?
But again, I just think that comes with the environment. People, when people are over you, they are over you, and some people make it their business to be over you. So, at this point, I know not to take it personal. Some people just got to pull that card, but coming up, I can see how, looking back, why I felt small in a sense. But now, at my mental state now, I just feel like it's just motivation. Okay, I'm going to be where you are and be better than you are. And I'm confident in myself now, know that, like, no one can make me feel small. I may learn something because I'm human. I'm going to make error. So I feel like you're going to make somebody feel small because maybe I did something wrong, but I know not to take it that way, like I would have, when I didn't know nothing and was set in my own ways in my own little box.
Irma, you've been real quiet.
There you go. Hit her up. Appreciate it. Yeah. What's your thoughts on all that?
On all of it or the question?
Yeah, you said it. That's all. If you want to share.
Is it for me? Has it?
I see you writing some stuff down on it.
I mean, it doesn't have to go with this question though, because nothing really comes to mind to me with. I mean, I know we've all had our moments where someone makes you feel small, but nothing really comes to mind. So that just means it was really insignificant. They couldn't get to me. So if I can't, if I can't think of it, but I'm sure I've had moments, but nothing really comes to mind. But going back to like the because I didn't say anything about the draft pick, but I feel like everything made sense. I don't think that the 5 are I think they're definitely going to be on the bench, but but I know they're the people that are going to enjoy the win with me. So like after winning,
watch it from the bench.
They're gonna be watching from the bench, or they're gonna be the ones celebrating after we win the Super Bowl. Okay. So, and I feel like they all would understand, only because, out of the 5 that I have, well, minus you, but
Yeah, I'm on the bench. Damn.
No, you're not. But because the other people that I have on there, I feel like they're just not playing at their full potential yet.
Let's go. Talk about
it. They know they have it. They just haven't got there. And I feel like that we have that aligned where we're pushing each other to get up there, but they're not gonna get up there as fast as I need them to be, so that we can eventually get to my end game or my goal of winning. But I do know they're the ones that I want to enjoy the win with. So, and I know that now that I need to empower myself and open up and find people who are doing more and that are going to get me there so that I can um, enjoy with the people I really want to. So, yeah. I think that's what I got. I got the clarity that I got to, yeah, I just got to open up my circle and stuff. So, and I mean, I feel like I'm opening up because he signed us up for the thing in November.
Oh, you didn't even tell him. Go ahead, talk to him about that.
Like you said, I feel like you have to get uncomfortable. I'm just not the type to. I don't like to get uncomfortable, or I will do it at my own pace. I will get there, but he's the type to push on it faster. So, I think with his help, that will hopefully get me to start picking or.
What is it though? You didn't tell me.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna do the Tony Robbins.
Where are they gonna be at?
In Miami in person, and meet people in person, strangers. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're all there for the same reason, and it's to grow. And what's the title of it's Unleash Your Power.
Unleash the power within.
Yeah, unleash the power within. So
that sounds good.
Yeah, so it's probably gonna be about 20,000 people there, and then it's gonna have people that's online. And yeah, I know that's something uncomfortable for her, but she was like, I'm down to try it out. She'll be in her own team. But everyone is for the same thing. So that's why I pushed to be at the seminars, because it's also who are you putting yourself around. And well, anybody that was in the division probably remember, I would say, I want you to run across the line yourself or you can get your ass drug across. You I want people that will drag me across if I falter or I don't have the energy or I feel lazy today. I need people that's like, no, let's go. Come on. Get across the line. You want those people. And if you look at your five and you don't see that type of energy coming from them, that's that good time to reevaluate and say, will they be the ones to drag me across when I need them?
Oof, I like that.
Yeah.
Yep, acapella right there, Dave.
Yeah, acapellas just be hitting. So when we're doing the contrast of the person who inspired you versus the person that made you feel small, none of these people changed your potential. They changed what you believed was possible. And what that means is you have a person that's, going to shower you praise, and a person who might be like, yeah, I don't believe that's gonna, happen, or I don't think you could do that, or why are you dreaming that big? And what comes to mind is the conversation we had about that is, hype me up. I need a constant hype person all the time. And it's crazy because that song literally is downloaded on my phone and it's like in my top 25 playlist because I listen to it all the time. But you need that person those relationships that are gonna hype you up to get you to where you're gonna go. And of course, you're gonna have those naysayers. But you have to use that good energy you're getting is to shut down your naysayers. Be like, oh yeah, okay, wait a minute, I'll be back. That's the power of relationships. The right person or the right people don't give you a different future, they help you see one.
Whoo. Run it back.
I was about to say, I'll say it again. The power of relationships. The right people don't give you a different future, they help you see one. And that slapped me in my face when I first read it because I was like, ugh. Ugh. And that also goes back to what we were discussing. Your starting five is when you're thinking about these people and the relationships that you're trying to build is, who's gonna help you see yours? Who's gonna keep pushing you forward? Because there's some people who are gonna just keep you stagnant. They're okay with where things are, how things are going. And then you might have those people be like, yeah, I don't think that's possible. The naysayer. the person that's going to kind of be like, well, why are you thinking about that? So just keep in mind who's the person that's going to see your vision, your future, your goals, and be like, all right, so it comes, instead of it's a you thing, it's not what we, it's a us. All right, let's do it. And they're just as invested as you are.
Yes.
Anybody got anything to add? We're going to wrap it up soon. I know y'all like, whew. And the hour is a long time, by the way. I feel like, I don't know how
we
people
go by like, boom.
No, to me, I feel like,
You doing
so
good.
now I'm going to ask you guys a question just to think about this. Imagine the next 5 years, and you intentionally surround yourself with people who are going to challenge you, encourage you, tell you the truth, believe in you, and call you to be your best. How different would your life be if you had all those things in relationships?
Yeah, write that down. Write it down. Write the answer to that. That way y'all can look back on it later when y'all hanging out with them buglugs. How would your life be? You hung around that starting five. The ones you know will get you across the line.
Everybody good?
Nah, you still right. At least Erman. I said, you good? You good? I ain't rushing.
No
I
rush.
think T is still writing too. I don't know how Sid got done so quick.
Easy.
That's an easy day right there.
Right. That man wrote one word, Kevin Bush.
I roll 5.
But
Is that the number now tonight? 5?
I know, right? Hey, you're right. That's gonna be my new number right there. 5. I love your analogy on that. The
All right.
people in the
Everybody
bench.
done writing?
That's good.
When sports sit on the bench, you be a cheerleader for your team.
I like that.
Y'all finna walk around and start calling y'all friends bench players. You know that's the
You're right.
I'll be like, all right, bro.
Soon they say something like, I just can't do it today. Get your ass on the bench. I can't route with you.
Everybody good? All right. So if nothing changes
Ooh.
and your relationship stayed exactly the same, are you likely to be anywhere where are you likely to be in 5 years from now? If nothing changes,
You kept your 5 that you got right now.
Everything stayed the same.
In 5 years.
Where would you be?
So think about your age now, add 5 years of that, and you stay with them same type of people that you got right now. Where would you be at in life?
I feel like if anybody got Brandon in their top 5, they gonna be good. They don't need to add nobody.
Been in there for 15 years, so
Not having a goal is not an option.
one lie told.
All right. Everybody write it down. I want you to circle that and remember that because we're going to revisit it. Not tonight, but in...
Shit, I want to give somebody answer.
You want to hear somebody
I
answer?
want to hear if someone is brave enough to say where they'll be at if in 5 years if they kept the same people.
Sure, I got you. I'll hit you with a two-piece real quick.
Okay, two-piece. I love it.
Unfulfilled and shackled.
Where would your life be if you switched it around? If you got that starting 5?
Purposeful, fulfilled, meaningful, unshackled, and happy.
Yeah, make sure you circle that. I want you to remember that.
Oh, don't worry, it's bold.
Okay.
Trust me, jail pen today is bold.
Anybody else? You got anything?
I put
Oh, there we go.
I will have a strong foundation, unlocked,
Ooh.
and I would put in the future I will be a goal setter and a goal maker.
Oh, wow.
And I'll still keep my same and still have the same thing. I'm confident in mine.
That's right.
Anyone else?
I said how my life would be if I had a new starting 5. I would be unstoppable. Because I feel like I'll hold myself back a lot. And not because of the current 5 that I have, I just do. So I feel like if I had that extra foot on my neck, on top of my foot on my neck, it would just be like, what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? But if I keep my starting 5, it would just be, everything just still depended on me. And that's where, again, that time factor that I always do.
Yes.
Oh, I got more time. I got more time. I got more time. And things just would be slower.
Yes. You got anything? Oh, you guys don't know about.
So how different would it be? I put it would be clear, wonderful, fulfilled, achieved. And then the words I use for if nothing really changed would be wondering, when, dreaming, still hoping. I put slow because I feel like I would still be growing, but it would be it would still be slowly and still figuring out my ultimate path.
Yeah, I love what you said about the slower, right? I want to look it up because I want to make sure that's the right quote. But someone can correct me because I know y'all know about Michelle Obama. But I want to say she said the faster that you get to the life that you want to have, the longer you get to enjoy it. And some people will wait it out, like you said, take their time. Some people wait it out and they finally get to being fulfilled at 65 and then they die 1 year later. And they got to enjoy that life they really wanted for a year compared to being able to find that right now and have the next 30 to 40 years of you being where you want to be.
Which is what I had said back when we were talking about the draft pick. Because I was
you did?
Yeah, because I was like, oh, my 5 right now are basically I ultimately wanted to do the ultimate goal is for us to enjoy it together faster. So I want to be able to win it and get it done, even if it means putting them aside so that we can
Gotcha.
win together faster. So
off script, something that I wrote was something that I heard a long time ago, and I was like, ugh, and you guys can use it if you want. Sometimes we'll look at people. This is also, when we're selecting, people who we want to build relationship with. Sometimes that person's ceiling could be just your floor. So
Ooh,
keep that in mind, that you could be looking at other people and being like, dang, they got it all and they got this, and that could be just the floor for you. So keep in mind, some people you got to look beyond that even further. Like, all right, this person's there. I might have to look past them to go to somebody else.
I like that. That's deep.
we got all the quotes today. Let's go.
But that's the beautiful thing about life, is that you don't have to replace relationships in your life. Sometimes one conversation, a mentor, friendship, a coach, or an intentional investment can change the trajectory of your future. So like we discussed, sometimes you don't have to change, you might not have to change out all five. It might just be making one subtle change for one person and things like that. So it doesn't have to be a overhaul. And it could be, hey, I need to add an addition to this. I might not need five, I might need six. You might need three. So just being able to be self-aware and do the work to know who's going to get you to where you go. And like Brandon said, the fastest way possible. And I think that's a lot of times, like you guys said, we feel like we have all the time to kind of just be like, okay, well, I'll do this. The notorious thing is like, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll do it tomorrow. Who's to say if tomorrow will come? Or if the person you have that intention of communicating, who's to say they're going to be there tomorrow?
Yes.
That's why intention and action and all that stuff is going to be important, because we don't know what tomorrow may hold, and we don't know if that person is even going to be there for us to have that access to them. So in closing, I would like to leave you guys with a question for you guys to think about: is what kind of return are your relationships producing for you? What are you getting from them to help you achieve your goals? And if you're not getting anything, is that the relationship you need to reevaluate?
Could you say that one more time just so I make sure I got that down?
What kind of return are your relationships producing? And in closing, the person you become is shaped not only by the decisions you make, but also by the relationships you're intentionally cultivating. When you intentionally invest in relationships that are aligned with your future you want to create, you don't just change your circle, you change your trajectory. And that's all I got. Thank you for my first facilitation course.
And with that,
You did a good job.
Dance, you did amazing. We about to be at almost 2 hours, and you said I don't even know if I can be doing this for 30 to 45 minutes.
Listen, I
But
was like, ugh.
look, you led the group, and please, can we all give an applause for Des to put herself out there and do her thing? Amazing.
I was nervous the whole time, by the way.
Encore, encore.
Let's go. Let's go. See it gonna be
You said, look, she done set the bar high, so
No. This was all nerves.
listen, I was like, now I gotta come with it, because I'm over here watching and I'm just like, damn. Okay, I need to go ahead and start getting that ready today, because yeah. I was like, I ain't gonna promise y'all it's gonna be just as long, but I'm gonna hit you with something. We got to start from somewhere, so I'm gonna introduce y'all to some EQ. So I'm looking forward to having that conversation. So definitely come ready to be vulnerable and honest. That's the only way we're gonna grow and we're gonna get better as a group. So I got a little something for y'all.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Look, I was the first. I'm not gonna be the last, so I'm excited.
Definitely. And then, Courtney, we can add you to the group chat. So you can be locked in. What did you think of your first call with the circle?
I loved it. I told you I'm salty that it was two more ahead of this one.
Well,
But it's
you
okay.
here
It's
now.
okay.
You here
I
now.
love it. I don't want to say I don't have it, but I miss these kinds of conversations. Just being real about things and knowing that it's people that are cheering for you as well too, and not like a dog eat dog feeling all the
Yeah.
time. So this is really great. I actually really like this. I should have called you back earlier. That's my bad.
Hey, you here now? You here now? So, remember those people that you said, or that person that you want to invest in for this coming month. That's gonna be the commitment that we talk about. So remember who that is. I got mine written down. Everybody else got theirs written down. And matter of fact, as long as y'all are, well, I don't know if everyone's cool with putting whoever that is, but I'll start it out in the chat and I'll put who my plan is. That way y'all can hold me accountable to it. And then whoever else feels comfortable doing theirs, put theirs in it. That way we can hold each other to it and make sure we're reaching out to those people. Okay? Real lovely having everyone. Dave, great job again. And we will continue the conversation in WhatsApp.
All right. Thank you
What's that?
guys.
Yeah,
We got
yeah.
the extra group.
We got you. We'll send you this stuff.
All right.
All right. Peace.